We're going to see another scorched earth tour in the NFL this coming season by someone whose contribution to the sport has actually been even greater historically. And that someone is Bill Belichick. We've seen this before. Do you remember what happened the last time Bill Belichick was sort of soundly questioned and mocked throughout the world of sports? Remember Spygate? Remember when that became a thing? Remember when everyone was saying, boy, is Bill Belichick cheating to get where he is? Boy, are they doing stuff no one else is doing? Remember when all that became a thing? Do you know what came from that? What came from that was one of the greatest NFL seasons any team has ever had. What came from that was a season. Hembo, get me the final scores of some of those games. What came from that was a season in which Bill Belichick's team started out 18-0. They wound up losing the Super Bowl legendarily to David Tyree and the Giants. But they went on a scorched earth tour of the sport, the likes of which you've barely ever seen. They had one of the greatest offenses you've ever seen. They had more than enough defense, and they humiliated teams. There was a stretch in the middle of that season. You have it up there?
Pulling it up as we speak.
Get me the scores of some of those games. They humiliated people. I particularly remember a game against Washington. So Bill Belichick is not known to suffer this stuff lightly. Now all of a sudden people are questioning him again. Well, maybe it was really Tom all along. Maybe it was Brady, and it wasn't really Bill. Bill's team fell apart this past year. They didn't even make the playoffs, and Tom Brady won the Super Bowl. If you don't think Bill Belichick is hearing and internalizing every single word of that, then I'm here to tell you you are wrong. Take me back to that year, Hembo. Just give me a couple of the scores right in the middle of the season. You'll know them when you see them.
They beat Washington 52-7.
52-7.
In Week 8. They beat Buffalo 56-10.
56-10.
In Week 11. They also beat Buffalo 38-7.
That was a close game. By the standards of that season, that was a close game.
Their margins of victory, 46, 45, 31, 24, 24, 21, 21, 21, 21.
You get the point.
Yeah.
They annihilated people. They went on a scorched earth tour, and Bill Belichick is going to do it again. I will tell you right now, he has already had the best offseason of any team in the NFL. You know why? Because they had 8 opt-outs last year, the most of any team in the sport. And those are good players. Dante Hightower, Patrick Chung, Marcus Cannon. Critically important parts of a defense that was number 1 in the league the year before. They had the best defense in the sport 2 years ago. And then none of them played last year because of the coronavirus. They're all coming back. He's already gotten way better. And watch what he's going to do next. He is going to bring in at least one of these two people, and I think it'll be both. Watch Bill Belichick sign Ryan Fitzpatrick and draft Mac Jones and start the Patriots dynasty all over again. Let's start with Fitzpatrick. I know you like calling him Fitztragic because it's funny, but he hasn't been that in a long time. Ryan Fitzpatrick is a much better quarterback than anyone gives him credit for. We just went through the numbers. You had him the other day. Do you have him handy for you? Who's better than this and better than that?
I
Give
do.
me those. Real quick. Rattle them off.
Over the last 3 years, Ryan Fitzpatrick, more accurate than Tom Brady. More yards per pass attempt than Russell Wilson. A higher passer rating than Carson Wentz. A higher touchdown percentage than Dak Prescott. And a higher total QBR than Deshaun Watson.
A higher total QBR than Deshaun Watson. QBR, in case you don't know, is the statistic that literally measures all the different ways a quarterback goes about helping his team win. And his has been better than Deshaun Watson's the last couple of years. He's going to wind up going to New England for a song. He's cheap, and he's good, and he's smart, and he's all the things that Belichick likes. And so he's going to wind up their quarterback. And do not be surprised if Belichick then takes Mac Jones in the draft, the kid from Alabama, who's also smart. Graduated from college in 2.5 years with a 4.0 GPA, has a master's degree now. That's going to be the future and the present of New England. Fitzpatrick is going to be both a winner and a bridge to the future. And Bill, who I don't think is retiring anytime soon, is going to try and put together another little dynasty. So if you think Bill Belichick is just going to sit by and let you question just how good he really is, you got another thing coming. Thank you for watching ESPN on YouTube. For live streaming sports and premium content, subscribe to ESPN+.